Welcome back, guys, to the Utep Miners Dynasty here in week number 11. The 5-3 Utep Miners will host 8-0 Jax State, as coming off of a massive win against Jax State and HBK Shane. Utep looks to go to 5-0 in Conference USA play, but will be taking on the best team in the conference. As they sit at 8-0, first in the conference as well. But another home game here against the Gamecocks. As we will begin on defense. Looks like a sold out crowd here, as Utep is one win away from clinching a bowl game. Couple of broken tackles finally brought down at the 17. It's Coach Paul in his first year has met 5-3, but Gavin Wimsatt, good game last week, almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, looking to end this winning streak. First and 10 from the 17. They go with a run to the outside. Smith not able to bring him down, finally tackled. A group effort after a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6 now. As they drop back to pass, nearly picked off. Tyler Jones had it in his hands, couldn't hang on. Coming off of a 6-turnover episode last week. As they're going long now, Green in perfect coverage, incomplete. And the defense still balling out. As a very quick 3-0 caused by this Utep defense. As Odom makes the miss. Odom cuts it to the left, and he is gone. A punt return touchdown for Kenny Odom. 63 yards for him. And gives Utep the lead. 7-0. Not even a minute into the game. As now, we saw this a ton last week. Jax State returning the kick. As Kennesaw State returned 2 of them on us. Now Jax State answers a punt return with a 101-yard kick return, tying the game up. 7 apiece early in this ball game. As Jaden Smith, with a kick return last week, gets some blockers, and Smith out to the edge, down to the 35. Good field positioning for this offense, as Cass Cheeks last week, 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, and Nelson with a solid game with 4 touchdowns himself. 1st and 10 from the 35. But the guy who stole the show last week, Hashawn Wilson, with the first touch of the game, able to get 3 on it. 2nd and 7 now from the 38. Right back to Wilson. Only able to juke his way for a couple. Gonna be 3rd and 5 now. First 3rd down of the game for this Utep Miners offense. As Jaden Smith underneath jukes upfield down to the 50. And now Jake Ridges, dealing with injury after injury this season, down yet again. Odom able to hang on to his catch for a couple. Now another offensive lineman down. Ridges will return. That'll be 2nd and inches now from the 40-yard line. Odom with another catch. Tried to juke out another defender. He's down to the 30. as Joseph will be back as well. A couple of key players we cannot afford to lose. 1st and 10 from the 30. Wilson gets this handoff and he's able to go for 7. Joseph down again. Just came back in the game and this one doesn't look to be good. 2nd and 3 now from the 23. And here comes some pressure. As a big pickup down to the 11. First and 10 now from the 11. As Rones into the end zone. Touchdown, Utep. As they take a 7-point lead midway through this first quarter. As this one's kicked deep. Brought down at the 18-yard line. First and 10 from the 18. Wide open underneath. He's able to break a couple down to the 33. First completion of the game goes for 15. Gonna be 1st and 10 from the 33. They drop back the pass. KD Johnson with some pressure. A couple of nice juke moves. Gets him another 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the 46. As Gavin brought down in the backfield, loss of 1. Second and 11 now from the 45. Receiver coming in motion. Open or covered underneath. Tight throw, falls incomplete, brings up 3rd and 11 now. 3rd and 11 from the 45. Wide open. Drilled down by Tyler Jones, but not after a huge pickup on the play by the tight end. Gotta be 1st and 10 from the 31. They hurry to the line. Player in motion. Nice job. I believe it was Jaden Wilson first on the play. Slows him up. Brings up 2nd and 10 now. There's another player coming in motion. Now handed off to the running back. Xavier Smith lays him out. Gonna be 3rd and 11 now from the 32. KD Johnson forcing some pressure. Russell down there, cannot break it up. 1st and goal from the 8. As Gavin, over 2,000 passing yards on the season now. After that completion, having his way on this drive with this defense. Gonna be 1st and goal. Gustafson able to get him down. Gotta be 2nd and goal from the 9. Down in the backfield. Great play by Taylor. Taylor with an excellent play there, getting him in the backfield for a loss of 1. Here comes some quick pressure as Jax State able to score somehow. Thought we had him down, but kept fighting and able to bring it home for the score. Tying the game up at 14 apiece. As Jaden Smith back to return yet another. Breaks a couple tackles. Smith able to bring it to the 21. Now the offense back out on the field. Tied 14-14 as Wilson only able to get 3 on the carry. Gonna be 2nd and 7 now from the 24. Back to Wilson. Down in the backfield, losing 2 on the play. Campbell with a nice play. Gonna be 3rd and 9 now from the 22. An empty look here. Roan open across the middle. A great throw from Nelson, putting it down and away from the DB. And another first down for this Utep Miners offense. As close one here, heading into the second. Pretty evenly matched so far. Both with a special teams touchdown and then driving down the field and scoring. Odom, nice catch and a good ball there from Nelson, getting us down to the 50. 1st and 10 now from the 50-yard line. They go with a run. Wilson out the backfield, able to get 9. He's up to 22 yards on the game. 2nd and 1 now from the 42. As Cam Thomas, his first grab of the game, goes for a first down. A gain of a couple on a high throw. 1st and 10 from the 36. Nelson just kind of throws that one away with pressure in his face. Falls incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line. Smith coming in motion. Smith with a lot of running room. If he would have got a block from Odom, would have probably still been running. 3rd and 1 now from the 28 in field goal range. Wilson is stuffed at the 28. In a game like this, we are going to attempt the field goal. Just got to take the points here, and this one's got to be up and perfectly down the middle. With a 3-point lead midway through this second quarter. See if this Utep defense can get another stop. As a good tackle there at the 19, not allowing anything more. This high-powered offense coming back out on the field. 8-0 for a reason. With another motion. As KD Johnson forcing heavy pressure and an interception by Jaden Wilson. Forced the pressure and an error throw there. Forces an interception. Now 1st and 10 for this Utep Miners offense. 5 yards for Wilson. Second and 5 now from the 26. Jaden Smith underneath gets us inside the red zone down to the 16. First and 10 from the 16 now. Cam Thomas with a catch underneath breaks the first tackle, but not able to break the second as he gets 3. Second and 7 now. Wilson right up the middle, gets down to the 1. Down to the 1, but an injury timeout here for this Utep offense. Another one looks to be on the line. First and goal from the 1. As blown up immediately. It's just a bruised hand. Should be back in the game quickly. That'll be second and goal from the 6 with an empty look. Odom, end zone, touchdown, Utep. Nelson, 12 of 13 to begin the game, as this one nearly blocked. Nearly blocked the PAT, but it is good, and a 10-point lead with 4 to go in this first half. Drilled on the play at the 14. First and 10 now. KD Johnson with a great tackle. Losing one on the play, or back to line of scrimmage. But KD Johnson forcing some interior pressure and does it again. KD Johnson with the sack now. The senior DT forcing havoc on this drive. 3rd and 16 from the 8. Nice tackle there, and it causes a 4th down. 4th and 10 with just under 3 to go. As Odom back there to return yet another punt. If he could have got to the right side, might have had another kick return. 1st and 10 now from the 49. See how this offense comes out here. As he lofts this one deep, Jaden Smith beat his original man, but the safety over top comes away with an interception. Odom from behind brings him down at the 38. And just not a good read there from Nelson. Tried to take a shot, but the deep safety comes away with it and gives Jax State some life right before half. As he has him deep, Russell burnt on the coverage. Touchdown, Jax State. And just like that, in 2 plays, back to a 3-point ball game. "62 yards on 1 play. As the defense hasn't really given up big plays like that in a while. But one given up. 1st and 10 now from the 19. Smith hangs on to that one, picks up 9. That should bring us to the 2-minute warning. Utep up 24-21. Another high-scoring first quarter. Trying to extend their lead right before halftime. 2nd and 1 from the 27. Underneath, nearly picked. Just a bad read there. Now 3rd and 1 from the 27-yard line. Wilson stays in. Turns upfield down to the 37. A 1st down and more. Nelson started this game off really, really hot. Starting to simmer down a bit. As he had Cam Thomas with a couple of steps, but Carter, the defensive tackle, able to force heavy pressure. Brings up 2nd and 10 now. Wilson breaks the tackle. He gets the kick or catch underneath. 1st down, down to the 49 after making a couple miss. Gotta be 1st and 10 from the 49. They go with a bubble screen to Odom. Odom with some blockers in front, down to the 34. Nelson finding a rhythm here late in the 2nd. Wilson with a jump cut and a broken tackle. 1st and 10 from the 23, now nearing the red zone. Odom on the curl route, picks up a 1st down to the 11. Nelson is firing in some bullets here. 30 seconds left. Cash hangs onto that one, but a timeout from Utep. Only able to pick up 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 now from the 8. Nelson takes off. Nelson into the end zone. Touchdown, Utep. 8 yards for the rushing touchdown for Nelson, the sophomore quarterback. As this one's kicked deep. Brought down at the 10. Drilled on the play. As we'll see how Jax State wants to attack this with just 20 seconds left. KD Johnson in the backfield on the run. 3rd tackle for loss of the half. They do get off one last play. And he's going nowhere, losing another one on the play. Green finishes up the tackle. Going into halftime with a 10-point lead is Utep. Looking to pull off a massive upset as Kenny Odom, 7 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown on 7 targets. Can't forget about his punt return touchdown as we begin the second half with the ball. As Jaden Smith back there to return yet another kick. He's not going nowhere, only gets to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 16. Great play by the linebacker, getting a hand in on that play as Odom was open yet again. Gonna bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 16. Here comes some pressure. Odom, great catch. Had Wilson open out the backfield as well, but Odom with his 8th catch of the game. 1st and 10 from the 29. Wilson going nowhere on that play. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nearing 1,000 yards on the season is Wilson. But right now, getting nothing on the ground game from him. See, it gets a yard there, brings up 3rd and 9 from the 30. Nothing open, everything covered. Perfect defense from Jax State and a quick drive here from Utep. Drilled on the punt return, down them at the 37. Now the defense back out on the field for the first time this half. Up 10. See how Jax State in this offense and their undefeated season on the line. Tyler Jones with a great hit, losing 1 on the play. Has been all over the field. Nearly had a pick earlier in the game, and now 2nd and 11 from the 36. Wide open across the middle. Xavier Smith now laying the boom. Had the best game of his season last week against Kennesaw State. A big hit there, downs him at the 48. Farmer in from up the middle, and another sack for this Utep defense. 2nd and 15 now from the 47-yard line. Stratton all over it. 3rd and 14 now. 3rd and long here for Jax State. As they're going long here, throws it up in double coverage. Russell swats it away. Perfect coverage from Thompson on the outside. Has been an excellent move, moving him to the starting corner. Him and Green have played really nice together. As Odom returns this one. Makes a guy miss. Gets to the 31. Now 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. 4 minutes to go in this half. Or in this quarter. As Wilson up to 51 yards on the game on 14 carries. Second and 4 now from the 36. Cam Thomas underneath, makes a guy miss. Cam Thomas down to the 45-yard line. And Nelson over 200 yards on the game with 3 touchdowns. Gonna bring up first and 10. Jaden Smith on the bubble screen, able to get about 7. Moving the ball down the field with ease right now. As Jax State has had no answer for this offense. As Cash Cheeks, believe that's his first catch of the game, but comes as a first down. First and 10 from the 28. Wilson gets the handoff. Wilson puts a move on him, gets inside the 15-yard line with a 13-yard rush on the play. Gets the ball yet again. Able to get 8 off of that carry. Now up to 72 yards on the game. Second and 2 now from the 8-yard line. Nelson, heavy pressure, had Odom. Had to get it off though. And now third and 2. Odom coming in motion. Gets the jet sweep, tries to cut it back inside. They had it boxed up pretty nicely. As Utep will settle for 3 here. Going up 34-21. A 13-point lead for Utep late in this third quarter. Jax State gonna have to try and get something going on offense. Undefeated season on the line. Roan flying down the field, able to slow him up at least. First and 10 from the 16. They go with an option play. Guess who? This time it's actually Ashton Coker with the tackle. Playing alongside KD Johnson. For second and 10 now. Nice run there. Thompson saving a huge play. Cam Cook, only 2.3 yards per carry, having a very bad game as one of the best running backs in the Conference USA. As he's just going underneath. Able to get away from the first defender down to the 49. Brock, 5 catches, 54 yards. Having a solid game, probably the best player on their offense so far. First and 10. As Baldwin flying to the quarterback. Elijah Baldwin hasn't made a ton of plays this season, but gets to the quarterback and loses 3. As a nice run there. Cam Cook is gone. To end the third quarter, Jax State makes it a 1-point game. As we were just talking highly of the running back, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Bringing this one closer as we put the 4s up. As Nelson spreading the ball around, 12 targets to Odom, 6 to Jaden Smith, 3 to Cash Cheeks, 5 to Cam Thomas. Spreading it around nicely, but only up 6 points now. Gonna have to drive down the field, put some points on the board. As Nickelberry will return this one. He's not able to make the first guy miss. Tackle down as Baldwin will return. A freshman looking for more playing time next year, but first and 10. Wilson gets the handoff. Wilson saying Cam Cook's not the best back in this game as he goes for 17 on the first play. Gets us down to the 32. Wilson had the ball in his hands, but a big hit immediately forces an incompletion. Gonna be second and 10 from the 32 now. Nelson scrambling. Nelson fumbles! Luckily picked up by the offensive lineman. He's able to pick it up for 2. Gonna be third and 8 from the 34. Roan hangs on, can't break the tackle. And Utep has to settle for a quick punt. Fair caught at the 22. This defense has held this Jax State offense in check for the most part. Gonna have to do it yet again here. Farmer forces some pressure. Farmer gets to the quarterback who just throws it away. The junior defensive tackle forcing heavy pressure. 2nd and 10 now from the 22. On the run. Great throw. Broken tackle. Thompson pushes him out at the 47. Gavin now starting to pick it up. 1st and 10 from the 47. 6 minutes to go. Utep up 6. As he's tackled down at the 41 after a 6-yard pickup. With pressure in his face, Gavin has thrown some questionable passes. Just got to get to that point. As Cam Cook to the edge. As Cam Cook brings it down to the 17. 1st and 10. As a receiver coming in motion. Heavy pressure. As Yaduka coming in off the edge. 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line. As Cook goes for 8. Third and 2 now from the 9. Cook into the end zone. Touchdown, Jax State. As they take the lead for the first time in the game with 4:51 to go in the game. With 4:51 left, Nickelberry back to return this one. Utep down 1. First and 10 from the 22. Odom. Couple guys miss. As a big play to begin this drive, down to the 41. As Nelson takes the option play, slides down. Second and 3 now from the 48. Utep just needs a field goal to retake the lead. Wilson, good juke move, gets to the 45. First and 10 from the 45 now. Nelson steps up, takes off, slides down. Second and 2 now from the 38. As Wilson, short and hurt on the play. 3rd and inches. Third and inches from the 36. First down, Utep. The QB sneak, able to get it. First and 10 now from the 34-yard line. Goes underneath. Cam Thomas makes a guy miss. Just short of the line to gain. Wilson should return soon as well. Taylor in on this play. 2nd and inches. Taylor gets the handoff, gets the first down. That will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Utep leading all game, finds himself down 1 with 2 minutes to go, but in field goal range. As Taylor, still in this one, able to get 8 on his first carry. When does Jax State start calling their timeouts? 2nd and 2 now from the 15. Taylor, up the middle, down to the 6. No timeout called just yet from Jax State, as Utep gonna milk this clock all the way down, as they should call a timeout right after this play. 1st and goal from the 6. We'll have less than a minute after this one. Taylor only able to get to the 4, and an injury timeout for one of their linebackers. 2nd and goal now from the 4. They do stop the clock. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Utep. Marquez Taylor, the backup running back, makes it a touchdown lead as Cam Thomas comes away with a 2-point conversion. Now up 42-35 with 59 seconds to go. And it's a fumble! Recovered by Jax State. Roan, the receiver, flying down the field. 1st and 10 from the 14. Farmer underneath, or Gavin underneath. Farmer with the pressure. They hurry back to the line. No timeout called. 2nd and 6. Farmer. Heavy pressure yet again. Green on the outside. Great coverage. Incomplete. Green has been absolutely lights out on that right side all season. Thompson found his role on the left. So here they go, 3rd and 6. They get to the quarterback, but not after he takes off and picks up the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 31 down, or to the 24 with 31 seconds to go. Smith lays him out in the last timeout taken by Jax State. 2nd and 4 now from the 31. A quick pass brought down at the 36. They're going to hurry back to the line here. They are going to spike it. Going to have about 19, 18, 17 seconds. 2nd and 10 now, 17 seconds. Need a touchdown. No timeouts for Jax State. As Smith couldn't bring him down, finally brought down at the 42. They're going to have to hurry. Try and get a play off if they can. Got to be an end zone shot. 3, 2, 1. And they don't even get it off. Jax State undefeated season comes to an end as Utep comes away with a game-winning drive from Nelson. And a 2-point conversion as Nelson, 26 of 34, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air, had the interception. Wilson, 19 carries, 98 yards, a touchdown for Marquez Taylor and Nelson on the ground. Kenny Odom, great game, 10 catches, 115 yards and a touchdown. Roan with a touchdown. Only 1 sack allowed as Xavier Smith led the team in tackles with 6. 3 tackles from loss from KD Johnson. A sack from Farmer and Johnson. A pick from Jaden Wilson. Couple pass deflections. A big one on that last drive from Green. A forced fumble from Roan. Weren't able to recover it. But a huge victory to improve to 6-3 on the year. Knocking off undefeated Jax State 42-35. Hopefully we can continue to win, get to this Conference USA Championship game. And I'll see y'all then. Peace.